Hello, Literature 1 students. I'm Dr. Harper, and I will be your instructor for the upcoming school year. I hope you all have had a restful and fun summer and that you're excited for the school year to start. I know I'm excited to get things started. I thought it might be helpful if I made a quick video that details some of the expectations, procedures, and materials for the literature class. And I also thought it'd be helpful if your parents had a quick video as well, since they do not get to sit in class with us each week. This might help maybe to elaborate on and answer any questions that you or your parents might have about what all you need in order to be successful for the class this upcoming year. I do plan on going over everything in our first class session, but I thought the video, might be helpful nevertheless to have. This will be the sheet that I will give for the literature course on our first class session. It is in blue. It is a condensed version of the syllabus. It highlights all the materials that are needed, the grading policy, which your student will need to be very familiar with, along with quizzes, late work, class participation, and classroom expectations. So your student will receive a hole punched copy of this, and I will be sure to give that out, and they just need to stick it in their notebook so that they can keep it for easy reference, all right? One of the first things that you'll need to make sure that you have with you each week is your 3-ring binder, okay? Please make sure that you've got notebook paper in your binder, and I would encourage you all to make sure that you have divider tabs within your notebook. Now, I have set my divider tabs up by class and week. So for example, my first tab says class 1, week 1. My second tab says class 2, week 2, and so on, all right? That way, I'm gonna keep all of the handouts that, are given in my class 1 session that correlate with my assignments for the week, along with the assignments that I do for week 1. So I think you'll find that to be probably the most efficient way to set up your notebook. We will be doing weekly vocabulary as well. If you'd like to make a separate tab that's just vocabulary, and you can keep all your vocabulary sets within that tab, please feel free to do so. You don't have to. If you'd rather just keep the vocabulary in with the week's assignments, you're welcome to do that. I think for me, I'm just going to stick mine right here at the very beginning before my first divider tab and just keep all of my sets there. But I'm not particular on how you set up your notebook. You set it up in a way that works best for you. That helps to keep you organized as you're working through your assignments throughout the week. But make sure that you bring your notebook into class so that you have it for our first class session. You also need to make sure each week that you bring in the literature book with you, all right, from BJU Press, Explorations in Literature. You will need this in our first class session, so please make sure that you bring it as we start talking about our first thematic unit, which is all about courage. So stories and poetry that we'll read will have that as its main focus. And we will also really be focusing on characters and people and how they demonstrate courage in ways that we can analyze and determine character traits about the individuals in our story, the individuals who do display courage in one way or another. So make sure you've got your lit book with you each week so you will have it ready to go when we do our reading assignments. You will also need throughout the course of this semester some novels. Our first novel that we're going to do, you won't need until week 5, I think it is. And it is called A Long Walk to Water by Linda Sue Park. I love this. I thought it was a great read, so I hope students that you will enjoy as well. So please make sure that over the next few weeks, if you have not obtained a copy of this book, that you do grab a copy. I would encourage you to get a hard copy, and please don't do a digital form of the book, because in class we're going to be highlighting things, making notes, and annotating the text. So it's much easier to do that if you have your own copy. You can check one out from the library. You just would need to put sticky tabs instead of actually writing inside the book. So a library copy is okay as well, but I do ask that you have a hard copy. So make sure you pick this up over the next few weeks so you have it ready to go when we start our novel study of A Long Walk to Water. Each of the assignments for your student throughout the week will be posted on Canvas. So make sure that you check the module section of Canvas. You can click on that. It's on the left-hand side when you log in. And everything will be labeled week 1, week 2, week 3. So it should be very organized and easy for you students to find what your assignments are throughout the course of the week. This is what the assignments for week 1 will look like. I have broken everything down. You will see here that there's a section for essential questions, I also have the objectives for the week, what I hope your student will be able to accomplish. And also I've listed the Alabama Course of Study standards so that you can see that there is alignment between what you are doing and the expectations for that particular grade level. Everything is broken down by days. So I've got day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. Students and parents also, I ask that you please don't jump ahead and try to complete day 4 assignments before you've done day 1 assignments. You will find that if you try to skip down to day 4, you might get frustrated and easily confused because I've tried to set up the assignments so that they build on each other. So maybe the assignment for day 4 is a little bit harder, a little bit more complex than what you had to do on day 1. If you haven't done the practice leading up to day 4, it might be easy to get frustrated when trying to complete the assignments later on in the week. So please make sure that you do go in order. I think that will help to alleviate any type of confusion or frustration you might encounter if you try to jump ahead and do the end of the week's assignments at the very beginning of the week. In the assignment sheets, you will see specifically listed, these assignments need to be printed out and turned into class. Every so often there might be an assignment that I will specify, hey, this needs to be submitted, by Friday at 12 p.m., right around lunchtime, on Canvas. Most of the assignments for the lit class, though, will be printed. You will fill out a handout or write on your own notebook paper your responses to the literature that we are going to be reading, and you will just bring that into class with you, okay? I will have listed on the board when you come into class the assignments that you need to have out and ready, okay? And I will also have at the beginning of class, or you guys will have a quiz on not only the literature that you've read throughout the course of the week, but also the vocabulary that's been included. And those vocab words are words that I've pulled from the lit. So you'll see those words in action, as you are reading. You will not be allowed to use your vocabulary notes on the vocab quiz, okay? But you will be able to use any of the literature notes that you have on the literature portion of the quiz. So as long as you've done the assignments, read, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll find the quiz to be pretty easy peasy. I've even put in the material section of the syllabus that if you like to make vocabulary like flashcards using index cards, please feel free to do that. You can practice your vocab that way. So that way you're good to go because you will not be allowed to use any vocabulary notes for that particular section of the quiz. All right. Last couple of things. When you are in your first class session, I'm going to give you a parent and student contract. This just says that you are familiar with the procedures, the policies of the course, that you are going to do your best to complete all of the assignments. It also states that you are going to demonstrate academic integrity as you are doing those assignments. It is so easy to get online these days and easily find the answer to any question that you might have, but that's not really helping you to learn anything. So this just states that you are going to, put forth your best effort and that the work that you complete is actually the work that you have done, not that you have found online someplace else. So make sure, please, that you bring this back into our Class 2 session, that you filled it out and your parents have filled it out as well. If throughout the course of the week you have any questions about assignments, please feel free to email me with any questions. You can also post a question to the discussion. I'll have a discussion section opened up for each week's assignment. So you're welcome to post your questions to Canvas as well. And I will make sure that I look at those, that I will get back with you about a question that you had, and that I'll address also any questions if multiple students are having the same issue with a particular topic, then I'll make sure to address that topic in our next class session. So please make sure that you reach out to me if you do have questions or concerns so that I can help you and help you to be successful in the assignments that you do. I'm looking forward to the literature that we're going to get to study together this upcoming school year, and I look forward to seeing you all in class. Thank you.